All right, man. Testing, testing. 1, 2. Testing, testing. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, Bruh, guys, it's rare. Actually, I shouldn't even say rare. There's gonna be teams and combos that just don't work. That just require a little more time. Now, let me just get that out there from the beginning, right? Um, as you guys know, the stuff that I'm doing slightly different than somebody would be doing just focusing on one account, right? I just want to make that clear. Um, can this duo be effective um, if you put more time into it? 100%, right? I mean, you'll definitely have to play with artifacts. You might even have to like switch some champions in and out, um, depending on what campaign stages you're at, what bosses, what you know. So I don't want to say that they're completely trash. Um, in terms of survivability, and I know they're both supposed to kind of work together, right? That's what makes a tandem good is that they kind of like work together. They cover each other's ass, like right. So maybe one's defensive and then one just is just offensive, right? And just kills everything, and then the defensive dude maybe holds aggro, maybe takes the bulk of the damage, has provoke, does something, or vice versa. You have an attacker, and then you could have like a support champion that'll heal the attacker, right? So this group, on paper, it seems good. Like you got an attacker, you got a defensive unit, both in the same faction, which would be great for faction wars, right? Um, Man, I got to tell you, I put them both together, and I switched up gears, which I feel like once I have to do that, in comparison to some of the other combos that I've played with, um, I feel like it's taking more time than I want to, right? If that makes sense. So, um, do I completely rule this group out? This combo out? No. Like, I can't say that. If you put the time into it, you might have to swap some stuff out. Maybe with the epics that you get, and you kind of put them together, and you kind of swap some things in and out. Sure, you could progress with this group. Um, you know, um, I do like the fact that they're both from the Skinwalkers. I like both of their kits. I really do. You know. Um, I ran into major problems in the normal stages of the campaign, which is kind of crazy. Granted, I have two legendaries at max level. They're not ascended, so to get ascended, it would take a little more time. Have I ascended prior runs and combos? No, I don't recall. So a lot of these challenges that I'm doing, I'm not going through that stage of getting them ascended, 3-star ascended. Would it help? Yeah. Would it take longer? Yeah. Right. So my challenge is really nice and quick. Get two legendaries that work well together. Give them gear. In some cases, I've had two legendaries that are really, really powerful, kind of blow through campaign all the way up into deep into like the 10th, 11th, 12th stage of campaign, and then start to kind of run into a little bit of problems. I ascend their gear to maybe 12 to 8 to 12, not everything, some things, get them up to max level 50, and they clear normal, and then moving on to hard, they kind of breeze through the first half. And then the second half gets a little challenging, and I start to max up their artifacts up to 12, and I'm able to push through hard with those strong combos. Some take longer than others, and I said that before. The previous one that I had was with Tuanarak, and we either both support champions The runs took longer. As you can see, even here, this is taking these two guys a minute, right? This is normal, by the way. This is normal. A minute. I want to say that this was probably taking around the same time for two support units. So now, what could be wrong? What could be wrong is that the artifacts could be really, really dog shit for these two, which we could look at, you know. So for Razelvarg, and he's an attack-based champion, what I got for boots is HP, right? Do I have any better boots than this? I mean, I could have put him in attack boots, but still, this is HP. That's not going to be any better. I do have HP percent for the chest, give him some survivability, and then I got flat defense on the gauntlets, right? He does have lifesteal, so that kind of works for him. 6 pieces of lifesteal. I decided to give Ragash these 3 pieces we got from the login, right? The new login. We get some good 5-tier Savage sets, so I put that on him. I do have defense boots, that kind of works with him, and the bonus gives him more HP. HP on the gauntlets, not the greatest. Remember, starting this out, the artifacts, the rolls, random. Sometimes they're going to work, sometimes they're not. There is, so, and then we have some stuff here. I normally would try to put these 2 on. I could have swapped these out for something else, right? HP and an additional shield. That normally gets me out of trouble late into the hard campaign. Not this early. I wouldn't have to switch those things out on normal. As you can see here, guys, this is the type of challenges that I had with this group. And as you can see here, I fell short of the sacred pulling through, because you get the sacred shard completing all of normal and all of hard within 24 hours. Didn't do that. Besides the fact that I was kind of running around, I had a lot of other things to do, but still running through, I would have at least had, I should have been at least, been able to complete the normal campaign to get the 2 voids, and to at least pull the 2 voids while the boosted rate was up on the 2nd day. However, as you see here, I'm scrolling through. Open stars here, open stars on 10, and I'm now getting to the final stage, chapter 12. And I'll run a couple so we can kind of see what's going on. I tried both as leading champions to give me some. I tried using him as the speed part, so maybe he could try to kill things faster. I felt like Razelvarg was the weaker of the 2. He was the one who was dying out of the 2. Now, granted, Ragash has more defense and HP. That's another thing that I kind of looked at these champions, is their base stats. So Razelvarg has 10k HP and he's got 700 defense, so he's really, really weak. Whereas Ragash has 12k and a little bit higher defense. Not the greatest, but a little higher, right? So I was running through problems with campaign, and I felt like Razelvarg was just, he was getting into problems. He was the one who was dying first. So, I mean, we'll run this. I'll run a couple of test throughs. I'm not going to run the full all the way to the boss. You guys can kind of see what's going on here. And, but, yeah, the combo just didn't work out. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. We're going to look at another combo. And we'll keep pushing through. But let's just take a look. I'll run a couple so you guys can see what's going on. I'll let you guys know what the next combo is for the next video. But again, so far we got three really good accounts that I pulled legendary on, that have really solid legendaries to kind of help you out with 2 other great legendaries. So we'll keep pushing with those accounts, and I'll keep them there for the future, and I'll definitely give them away in the future. So as you can see, not doing too bad right here. As you can see, Razelvarg, he's gonna have a bomb here. He's gonna get hit. Ragash has a defensive buff. job. I mean, push through there, not bad. So the other thing is that you must keep in mind that every stage is different when it comes to the affinities, right? So some stages might be really, really easy based on what you're going up against, and then others might be harder, right? So I normally kind of run it through and see how they're going. I have yet to run into any really, really difficult problems in the first campaign run in normal. And with these two, surprisingly, I I don't know, it shocking to say the least. So for me, it wasn't a good combo. I'm gonna switch them up. I do like Ragash, and Razelvarg is good. He might be better with another person who could keep him alive, and he could be the main damage dealer, and somebody else who keeps him alive. We'll see. We'll see. But as you can see here, they're pushing, and in this case, they're kind of moving along okay. They're gonna get through this round. Okay, cool. Let's try one more, and it's already way past that point of kind of getting the bonus buff. So these accounts, I'm gonna put these accounts down, and we're gonna pick up another. Pretty good. We're gonna pick up another combo. I'll keep you guys posted. Looks like they're working in this part of the stage. Looks like the 12th stage is kind of, they're looking decent. I did switch up Razelvarg as the lead. Prior to that, I had him as a lead in the early part of the campaign stages, and then I ran into problems. I switched him up and had Ragash lead for more defense, for more survivability, and I was able to push through, but then I ran into another wall, and it was just obstacle after obstacle. And remember, we're doing quad runs at the same time, so for me to kind of like focus and put X amount of time into 4 of them at one time, it's just crazy OD, and I just didn't have the time for it. So I was just like, wait, they're running into problems now, and this was the normal run of campaign. I don't know what the hard part would even look like. I don't have the time for it. I'm looking for some really quick OP runs to get through the first couple of waves, pull some extra legendaries, and then hold the accounts and then give them away. That's my challenge. That's what I like to do. So until the next one, guys. Deuces. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate you guys.